In this tutorial, I'll be talking about comparison operators. Comparison operators are used in conditional statements. As I mentioned in the previous tutorial, conditional statements are either true or false. Now let's talk about the operators. And the first one I like to talk about is the double equals to sign. This checks for equality. At least you can check if $x is the same thing as $y. For example, checking if -2 is the same thing as 3. This will return false. But for -5 is the same thing as -5. This will return true. The difference between the two equality sign and one equality sign is that two equality sign checks for equality. It is used for conditional statements. But a single equality sign is an assignment statement. For example, if you have $x equals to 3, here you are assigning 3 to this container. But if you have $x equals to 3, you are checking if $x and 3 have the same value. In this case, this is going to be true if $x also is 3, but it's going to be false if $x is not 3. So this is the difference between the two equality sign and one equality sign. Another operator is greater than. For example, if you have $x is greater than $y. For example, if you have 5 greater than 3, this is going to return true. But if you have 2 is greater than 10, this is false. So let's talk about the next operator. We also have less than. So you can check if $s is less than $y. This is also a conditional statement. So for example, 2 is less than 3. This is going to return true. But when you have -2 is less than -10, this is going to return false. Another operator is greater or equals to. For example, when you have $x is greater or equals to $y. -5 is greater or equals to 2. -5 is not greater than 2, and -5 is not equals to 2. So this is going to return false. But if you have something like -3 is greater or equals to -3. Though -3 is not greater than -3, but -3 is equals to -3. So this is true. Another operator is less or equals to. You can also have $s is less or equals to $y. An example, -2 is less or equals to 5. This is going to return true. But when you have 10 is less or equals to something like 2, in this case, this is false, because 10 is not less than 2 and 10 is not equals to 2. The next operator is the triple equals to sign. That is identical. It does two things. The first one is checking the value, and the second thing is checking the data type. If both values and data types are the same thing, then it's going to return true. That is to check if $x and $y are identical. You have something like this. So if you have 2.0, you are checking if it is identical to 2. This will return false. Although 2.0 is the same thing as 2, but this is a float, while this is an integer. So though they have the same values, but since they have different data types, false will be returned. So you are going to have true when you have 2.0 is identical to 2.0. In this case, both values and data types are the same thing. We can negate some of these operators and conditional statements by using a negator. Negator is written as an exclamation mark. For example, if you want to negate the double equals to sign, it will be written as this. So if you want to check if $x is not equals to $y, for example, 2 is not equals to 3, this will return true. So 2 is not equals to 2, this will return false. You can also negate the triple equals to sign. So it will be written as $x is not equals to this. So it shows that this is not identical to this. For example, if we have 2.0 is not identical to 2, this is going to be true. Because though they have the same values, but they have different data types. But 2.0 is not identical to 2.0. This is false. So we can also negate conditional statements. For example, you can negate something like $x is greater than $y. So if we have negation of 2 is greater than 3, the outcome should be you are negating 2 is greater than 3 is false. So when you negate false, you have true. Another example, maybe you want to negate minus 2 is less or equals to 10. So minus 2 is less or equals to 10. So you are negating this is less or equals to 10. So this is true. So the answer will be false.